Okay. Dang it, that sucks. Oh my god. Alright, Spotify out of here. Yeah, how's it going, guys? I do apologize. Oh gosh, okay. Hello again. I do apologize for that. We had to test our generator, and to do so, that required us to lose power for a little bit. Yeah, no. Alright, so, chat, you guys are gonna kinda need to help me. Let me title everything. That. Votes here. Am I doing? I'm doing well. How are yourself, man? YouTube sucks. I agree, dude. Alright. Upper mid tier. Yeah, I really do apologize. It kind of happened at the worst time. We had like 90 plus viewers. I think I screenshot the tier list. Yeah, I have my tier list on my phone as well, so I will be able to recreate it. All right, give me 1 second. How you think will the new character in Smash? I don't know if I understand the question. Mewtwo needs to cut that tail, then how is he gonna back air? What's he talking about? How's he gonna down tilt? I will say, for how much hate the tail gets, it's pretty amazing how integral it is to Mewtwo's kit. Alright, we're gonna save that. That Herbox is so bad for him? Yes, I agree. I've said basically all I wanted to say about the tail, so the tail stuff doesn't even faze me anymore. Alright, that we had there. We got me, Sword Fighter, where are you? We had DDD. Then we have Incineroar. Were there any rumors on the new character? Jonesy from Fortnite is the main one that people are interested about. Simply because Fortnite has been like making a lot of noise on Twitter for the Video Game Awards, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure who it's gonna be, because it's very unlike Nintendo to kind of leak stuff that early, and to leak stuff that blatantly. So it's interesting. We'll talk more about it after the tier list. But for now, we gotta focus on recreating this. Someone already commented on my previous stream. Careful with any Nintendo OST or remixes. They've been on a tirade lately. Oh yeah, I forgot. So chat, while I'm doing this, if you guys didn't know, Nintendo has kind of been on a copyright strike / blocking any kind of music on YouTube or any kind of other streaming services. And since I am using a Nintendo, I guess, playlist, mainly, a lot of people are saying, yeah, I should be careful, but I think I should be good, because a lot of these, the music that you're listening to right now and that I use on my stream are remixes, and remixes fall under the category of fair use. So that's cool. Alright, where are the Belmonts? I will say though, if Nintendo does start going far enough where they are blocking any kind of remixes of their songs, then I'm kind of screwed. Because basically all of my videos have some kind of Nintendo remix music. Is the tier list ordered? Yes, sir, it is. And we are quickly getting up to speed with everything. Actually, let me, while I do this... Let me put this back out. Onto my Discord server. Okay. What's up, Blau? You called me nerd. I am the offended. DK better than Marth. This explanation is gonna be good. You missed the explanation, so you're gonna need to... Well, I already marked it as unlisted, so... Alright, where was I? Alright, Ridley is next. After that, we had Plant. Then we had Cave Rule. Banjo, I think, was next. And then we had Byleth. Rodriguez. We had Duck Hunt. Where's Hero? There he is. Ices, Sands, and then Zelda. Didn't I already go over all these characters? Yes. So, reason being, for those of you who are just joining, I lost power, like, a couple minutes ago, and as such, my stream crashed, because you can't really stream if you don't have power and or internet. So, we're just getting back up to speed because since my Chrome shut down, Chrome doesn't save, like, I guess these placements, so I need to just replace everything. Alright. Are we good to go? I think this is where we started, where we left off. So, we were talking about Zelda. Luke is too high. What are you talking? Lucas is crazy. What are you saying? Alright, anyways, let me get my thing back up. Okay, so we're at Zelda. Alright, let's move on. We got Steve. I think Steve is upper mid tier. He has insane damage output. His combos are crazy. He's got pretty good kill potential. The up smash is pretty funny. It's a pretty good, large, disjointed hitbox. Like, that's all really good. His one problem, honestly, is that he's very, very stubby, which kind of is weird since he has swords and he's got tools and everything. And the main thing, honestly, that I think is keeping him from being here is just he can't jump. Like, that's my main thing. He has by far the lowest jump height in the entire game, and in my opinion, you cannot be any higher than upper mid tier if you cannot chase vertically. You know, like, to me, that's very important. Like, no other character even in this tier list, in this tier, has a problem with, you know, chasing vertically. All these other characters can chase on platforms. All these other characters can jump onto a platform without needing to burn their double jump, and Steve just doesn't have that luxury. I'm not saying that it's, you know, a deal breaker, but it is a pretty major weakness that I think, regardless of what the rest of his kit looks like, if you can't chase fast enough vertically, that's important. Okay, let's see. Moving on, we got Falco. Falco is kind of confusing to me. He seems like a character that should be very linear, but he just isn't. He has amazing combos, really good, just really good combo potential. He can kill you pretty easily most of the time. There are some times when you get to really high percents and just his throws won't kill you at all. Yeah, but he's light. That really sucks. He is a fast-ish faultler, and that makes him combo food, which, again, compounded with his light weight, is not great for him. And when he's off stage, he's kind of a sitting duck. A lot of his stuff is his recovery, I think, is very, very exploitable. People think Lucina is top 10 in the game, and somehow Martha's 60 spots worse than her, Lamau. Well, guess what? Guess who else is top tier in the game? Mario, and guess who else is bad? Alright, moving on. We got Pichu. Pichu is your very, very definition of a glass cannon. And with the nerfs that she's gotten, she's become a little more paper cannon. Pichu just dies so early. And that sucks. Like, I know Pichu is small, albeit not small enough because Pikachu is smaller than her. But like, she is just so light, and plus the fact that she does damage to herself, that's crazy. But with her saving grace, combo game is amazing, kill potential is amazing, just super fast, super agile, super mobile. All that stuff just coalesces into a character that if you don't get hit, then you are looking fine and pretty. Like he's a very swingy character, or she's a very swingy character, and it's just something that kind of rides the line of inconsistency and just absolute absurdity. Alright, moving on to another DLC character that a lot of people don't really can't agree on, Min Min. I honestly don't see why people call Min Min a top tier. I can see maybe high tier, but I think Min Min, she's got really good range. I'll say that. Like, the range part is just insane. Her arms go crazy far, and that's really, really good. That's something that I don't think you can underestimate. But if anybody just outzones her, like, I think she'll just hardcore loses to zoners, and anybody that, like, projectile zoners, I should say, and anybody that gets up in her face, just completely ruins her day. And so if she has to deal with either of those two kind of archetypes, which does make up a pretty good portion of the roster, she kind of just needs to deal with it. And it's a little bit of unfortunate. I do think obviously she's very much a mid-range specialist, and in the areas that she specializes in, she absolutely dominates. And so there are some matchups in this game that Min Min just hardcore wins. She probably has some of the, like, one of the most polarizing matchup charts in this entire game. Alright, noob here, can anyone answer what is zoning or a zoner? Zoning and zoner is basically an archetype. Well, a zoner is an archetype of character that is looking to just make a certain part or zone, if you will, of a stage off limits, and it's usually just they're usually just looking to keep their distance, keep opponents out of close range, and fight them in mid-range. And that's basically the goal of the zoner. Now, the zoner archetype generally loses to rushdown characters, or characters that have better range than them. But that's the main kind of, I guess, description of a zoner. Yeah, so, I mean, she's pretty good. Like, again, I saw some comments saying that Min's way too low. Like, upper mid tier I still think is really good. These, again, starting at Bowser Jr., these are the characters that I think are objectively very, very good characters. Okay, moving on. Let's go to Toon Link. Toon Link is really fast. He's really mobile. Crazy air mobility, really good recovery, projectiles for days. His one problem, I think, is that he's a little stubby. And again, it sounds weird saying that because he does have a sword. Alexander Huang, thank you so much for subscribing, my man. Welcome aboard. But yeah, no, Toon Link is a very, very good character. Just having that many projectiles, to me, you can't not be a bad character. You know what I mean? Like, they just have so much mix-up and combo potential, and just, the character can schmix, and it's crazy how much this character has, yet you're probably wondering why am I only putting him in upper mid-tier? The reason is just because other characters kind of do his job a little bit better, and obviously, and by other characters, I'm mainly referring to the other two Links, which I think, seeing as I put Toon Link here, I think are going to be a lot higher. But Toon Link is just he's a very solid character. His, again, one problem is that he's a little stubby, and his shield pressure isn't always the best. You usually just, if you hold shield, not really much you can do, especially since his grab isn't as fast. So, very good stuff. Very good character. Next up is going to be another kind of controversial opinion. We got the Pits. The Pits definitely have gotten better. They still fall under, in my opinion, the most honest character in the entire game. They got kill confirms, which is really cool. They got like new kill confirms. Up air is pretty silly now. Honestly, all of their hitboxes are pretty good. And that's all good. My main thing with them still hasn't changed. It's that they don't have anything that like wows me as being overpowered, or they're good at everything, but to me they don't excel at anything. Very similar to what I said about Dr. Mario, though admittedly Dr. Mario is a lot lower. Like, the Pits in terms of power level, you take everything that Dr. Mario has and then just bump it up, 1 or 2 levels. So they're still a jack of all trades, they're a master of none, very unambitious characters, if you will. And, which isn't bad. Being a master of none and a jack of all trades basically means there's never a situation where Pit is going to hardcore lose a matchup, but there's never going to be a situation where Pit absolutely dominates a certain matchup. They constantly are going to need to work very hard to win most matchups. And that in itself can be a little inconsistent because it puts a lot of emphasis on the player and their abilities, but they're really good characters. They basically give the player everything they need to succeed. It's just up to the player to really do that, to succeed. Next up, we got Lucas. This character is pretty busted. The Snake, the Zair, is crazy. PK Fire is amazing. It's an amazing edge guarding option, just really good neutral option. He's got kill throws. He's got 3 kill throws, I'm pretty sure. Like, he's got everything. Again, his only problem, he kind of loses the swords, I'm not gonna lie. He does struggle, I think, immensely against the disjoints. And that kind of forces him into a much more defensive kind of role and playstyle, which does hurt, especially when you look at the rest of the cast. And if any character has disjoints and outranges Lucas, he doesn't really have a great way to deal with it. He doesn't he can move, he can schmix you with the side magnet, and obviously his double jump Zair combos. But yeah, just struggling that much against disjoints, I think, is a little bit of a problem for him. Okay, moving on. We got... where is he? I feel like people are going to yell at me if I put him this low. So, We won't put him here. See, this is how I know the internet has broken me, chat. Like, I'm scared to, like, say anything, to, like, put anything that is potentially controversial. Alright, next up we got Mii Brawler. Brawler has received a lot of, I guess, talk as of late, especially with the Japanese offline majors, and honestly Japanese tier lists in general. Some of these, like, these tier lists from Japan are crazy. They put Mii Brawler not only in, like, top 15, but above Fox of all characters. Like, that's pretty nuts, if you ask me. And he's an all-around good character, and this is coming from a guy that, from myself, who does secondary Mii Brawler. Brawler is pretty good. He's got really good pressure, really good shield pressure. He's got kill confirms depending on what kind of moveset you have. Like, he's got a lot of good stuff. His main problem, I think, very similar to Lucas, he does lose to swords. Anybody that has a disjoint is going to put him in his place. And he is kind of, like, his movement, I think, it feels very clunky sometimes. He does have a decent recovery, especially if you use the down B, the discount flip kick. But there's just something about him, it just feels like a tad slow. Like, he doesn't feel like he's at Fox's level, in my opinion. Which is, I think, what makes him this low. But being at this power level is still good. Like, he's still, I put him in upper mid tier. Like, he's still, I think, a fine character. But yeah. Who else? Alright, get ready. Here's another one. Another controversial opinion. We got Yoshi at this low. Yoshi's damage output is crazy good. He's got super armor to combo break. He's got Nair to combo break. He is one of the hardest characters to just combo. And that is, again, very, very good. My one thing with him is that he kind of just has to deal with projectiles. And projectiles in this game are really, really good. I already have two people who are confused about this placement. Again, my opinion, it's cool if you disagree with me. Out of shield options are good for Yoshi if the person lands behind you. If they land in front of you, Yoshi can't really do anything, especially if you space it. Like, if you don't space against Yoshi, then sure, Yoshi has good out of shield options. But if you land in front of Yoshi, he kind of needs to deal with it. Like, the fact that Yoshi cannot punish a landing Mewtwo forward air if I space it sucks. You know, Nair's not going to hit me. Forward air's too slow. He's not going to grab me because grab is too slow. And so if you can pressure like that, that sucks. That's not good. Alright, moving on. I can't believe I put this character this high, but here we are. We got Corrin. Corrin is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I've finally come around to saying that this character is not trash. Character has a ton of disjoints. Every single move of theirs combos. Has a pretty decent recovery, has invincibility at the start. Has kill options out the wazoo. And pin is insane. Like, this character is very, very good. And I honestly can't really tell you what's bad about them other than they're pretty slow. Like, they're slow on the ground, and they can be a little slow in the air. But honestly, that's about it. You know, that's, like, Corrin is pretty good. And believe me, I was like one of those people, I was one of those pricks who like put Corrin like down here, right? I just was never a believer in the Corrin, but after watching and after seeing what people can do with the character, I've kind of been convinced that Corrin is this good. Yeah, that's a really good character. Alrighty. Next up is Ken. I think Ken is potentially the lowest, the worst I guess, Shoto, if you will, the worst fighting game character. Pikachu, how's it going, man? Nice stream, thank you so much. Hope you're doing fantastic. Ken, high tier. You see, here's the thing. I can absolutely see the argument of like high tier starting right here. But then my high tier becomes enormous. You know, so that's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, Ken, I think he's the worst of the Shotos. With that being said, he is still a fantastic character. Ken has amazing combo potential, has really good kill confirms. Really, the reason why I think he's the worst Shoto is that he doesn't. I do think he gets zoned out a little bit more and a little harder than most than the other two Shotos. He doesn't have the good fireball, which I think is important. And honestly, there are just some times where he just, again, if you can just outzone him, he kind of struggles. But other than that, he's a very, very, very good character. Like, I can't really, I feel like I'm gonna sound like a broken record if you watch this over, but Ken's a very good character. All these characters in this tier are extremely good. And like, to me, any of these characters has the potential to win a major tournament, just given time. Next up, we got Wii Fit Trainer. I can actually, this is a pretty uneducated opinion, honestly. I can see Wii Fit Trainer being right here because oh gosh, sorry, that was my controller dying. I can see Wii Fit Trainer being here, or because Deep Breathing alone puts her right here. But for the most part, Wii Fit's pretty good. I just think Deep Breathing is the sole reason why she is as high as I put her. Sam and Dabuz have some of the worst tier lists from pros. I mean, I feel like like, sure, yeah. I won't comment on that because I don't want to start anything. Yeah, Wii Fit plays extremely well at the ledge. Got pretty good hitboxes. I want to say pretty good, but like there are just some times where you'll like Wii Fit will just do a move and it just will whiff and you're just like, what the hell? But that's just, it's a very rare thing. You know, Wii Fit's got good hitboxes, got good projectiles. The volleyball is insane, and that's really good. Sun Salutation is good, and top that all with the Deep Breathing. Wii Fit's insane. Really good character. How can I wave bounce with Lucas? You should look up a Lucas guide, I would say. Also, wave bouncing with Lucas is no different than wave bouncing with any other character. Oscar14 Cruz, thank you so much for subscribing. I don't think Esam is good. How can you say Esam is not good? He's literally top 20 player in the world. You know? Like, to me, pro players, they can make very interesting tier lists, but it's very, like, to me, you just can't write their opinions off just because it doesn't agree with yours. Like, they obviously have reasoning for what they say. Okay, where is this person? Bowser! Bowser can definitely be considered high tier, but he is crazy. He is so good. He is fast. He is heavy. A lot of people say, like, you know, Bowser is bad because he gets comboed. Like, every character gets comboed, especially by the top tiers. And Bowser lives so long. Like, he lives crazy long, to the point where it doesn't even matter if he gets comboed. Like, he is so good, and it's honestly probably my favorite heavy that has ever been in this game. He plays exactly as a good heavy should play. And that is like I think his design is just so good. You constantly feel like you are in danger when you fight against this character, but that's beside the point. Bowser has extremely good hitboxes. His aerials are very good. Fire Breath is insane. Really, his main problem is his disadvantage is very exploitable. His disadvantage, trying to land with Bowser, basically comes down to down air mix-ups, fast fall air dodge, and just finding a ledge sometimes. So, but if that's your worst problem, you're a good character in my opinion. And to round out upper mid tier, we got Luigi. Luigi is just, he confuses me. I was almost considering not putting Luigi in this tier list because I just don't know what to think of this guy. This is, again, a very uneducated opinion. But Luigi, I feel like, has just enough doable matchups where he sits at the top of upper mid tier. Like, Luigi has the potential to kill anybody, any character in, like, off of one combo. And that's crazy. Like, that's immediately crazy. Also, Jay says, well, if you don't agree with my Mewtwo, if you don't agree with where I place Mewtwo from a Mewtwo player, then I don't know what to tell you. Because I've seen you've constantly been saying every single character that I've placed is, like, better than Mewtwo. Also, Mewtwo does not lose to Luigi. What does Luigi have against Shadow Ball? Please tell me that. What does Luigi have to approach Mewtwo with Shadow Ball? You know? Like, Shadow Ball just invalidates that character. But anyway, kind of speaks to my point. Luigi does force out lame playstyles, but if you play lame against Luigi, he struggles a lot. And especially any character with a projectile. Like, if you are forced to box with Luigi, you are going to lose the game. But there are a lot of characters, and for characters that are forced to box, I mean Marth, I mean Donkey Kong, I mean Incineroar, I could even mean Ike, or Fox, or Falcon. Like, he will do well. He will do well against those characters. I'm not going to say win, because I don't have that experience with Luigi, but he can at least do well and put up a fight. But then he hardcore loses the zoners. He will lose probably to what's his name? Lucas. He'll lose to Hero. He is probably honestly going to lose to Zelda and Duck Hunt and Banjo and even Byleth. Any character that can outrange Luigi is just going to force him to struggle. And it's just all dependent on whether that player knows the matchup against Luigi and is willing to play lame. You know? And so to me, if you have that many matchups, especially against characters that I rank below you, I cannot put him in high tier. You know, like, that's... If Luigi didn't have as many horrible matchups as he does, I would definitely put him in high tier. But I can't see him. I can't see Luigi being any higher than this when he just hardcore loses to so many characters. He loses to the Belmonts, you know? And then, like, that's not to mention that he also loses to a majority of the top tiers. Like, there's just so many... There's so many characters that this character... He just confuses me. Yeah. I'm getting a headache just thinking about it. If Luigi didn't have the second worst airspeed, he would be hard. Oh yeah, for sure. The whole reason why Luigi loses this hard against so many characters is because he's so slow in the air. So, yeah, if he was any faster, he would be amazing. But if you make him faster, then he's toxic. And a lot of people already think he's toxic. Alright, that's gonna be it for high tier. And you're probably noticing, I did not put Mewtwo anywhere in the upper mid tier. We're gonna make it official. I think Mewtwo's high tier. I think he starts off high tier. He is the start of at least my high tier for 9.0. And yes, I know, I don't have any results. Yes, I know, a lot of Mewtwo's don't have a lot of results. I know Kento is doing amazing in Japan. But, if you guys haven't noticed, this is my opinion. I don't really care what you guys think about my opinion. So, I'm gonna put Mewtwo here. I think Mewtwo's combo game, offense, advantage, neutral is all amazing. Shadow Ball carries this character. Shadow Ball is an amazing projectile. He's got really good range. He's got he's got insane damage output. He basically has the damage output of a heavy character, and heavy characters are naturally supposed to have a high damage output. He has that kind of stuff, and he kills early. He is fast. Like, he's got it all. Like that, it is amazing what this character can do. Not to mention that the fact that he has a forward throw that does like 17% for free. You got a down throw that can potentially kill at the ledge, and it combos into forward air. You have bias. Yes, absolutely. It's almost as if I main this character. You have 2 kill throws, an up throw and back throw, meaning you have a throw that kills off the top, which is amazing. You have a throw that kills off the side, which is amazing. Like, this character has a lot of great stuff. Now, what's the problem? His disadvantage obviously sucks. Having a tail that big obviously sucks. That's all really bad, and I fully accept that. I fully accept that he can probably should be in upper mid tier, but I feel like being someone that solo mains this character, I should at least have some kind of confidence in this character. And I fully believe that this character has the potential to win a major tournament, just given enough time. We're still figuring out how neutral layer works. We're still figuring out the enormous amount of kill confirms that he has. Like, he's got a lot of really, really good stuff, and I wish I could say, you know, how much potential I think this character has, but we'd be here all day. But yeah, that's what I say. And might I mention, this is Mewtwo at his current state. I don't think he needs any more buffs. Again, if you've watched my videos and have stayed with me for a long time, you guys know how I feel about buffing Mewtwo. I don't think he needs it. I am not opposed to it, but I don't think he needs buffs to be successful. If Mewtwo's tail was all a disjoint, yes, he would be top tier. He was top tier in freaking Smash 4, and half of his tail was a hurt box. You know, it's crazy what this character can do. Make Mewtwo's tail disjointed? I disagree, but we'll just agree to disagree. Anyways, moving on. Now that I got the big character out of the way, I can start going back to my normal thing. We got Captain Falcon. Falcon's pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. I used to think he was down here, but after playing against so many Falcons, he is really good. Not only is he really good, he is so flashy. I love watching Falcon. He is so cool. But anyways, Falcon has insane combo potential. He has really, really good kill confirms. He's got a ton of offensive capabilities. Up smash is insane. Up smash, did you guys know that Falcon's up smash can 2-frame? Like, that's insane. Oh, excuse me. But that's beside the point. Side B is crazy. First hit nair into knee is amazing. He's got just a ton of really good stuff. Problem with him, he can't really function as well as a rushdown character as you would expect him to, because obviously that dashback animation does hurt his potential and his neutral a lot. Because a big thing, especially with rushdown, is your ability to weave in and out of your opponent's range. And Falcon has a dashback animation very similar to Mewtwo's, where you dash back and you kind of move forward, you move closer to your opponent temporarily. You know, that's crazy. And it really does hurt him a lot more than you would think. Like, Mewtwo's obviously, it makes sense because Mewtwo has a tail, but for Falcon, who doesn't have like any notable, you know, extremities from his body, it doesn't make sense for him to really be punished for running back, for dashing back. But all the same, he's got amazing burst options. He's got a serviceable recovery. I'm not going to say it's good because because tech checking is a thing. But he's a really good character. Okay, moving on. We got a character that is literally here just because of this guy. Where is she? There's Rosa. Rosa's hitboxes are insane. Rosa has a really good recovery. Luma is disgusting. I hate that stupid star so much. Not only that, but when Luma dies, the Rosalina runs away, and until the star comes back. Don't put Mewtwo in high tier, say he's low tier, so we can get more buffs we don't need. Nah. Oh gosh. Oh yeah. Luma is stupid. The one problem, honestly, with Rosa is that she's kind of vulnerable and very exploitable when Luma is not there. But like I said, all you gotta do is run away a little bit, and you're good to go. Rosa's just a really solid character. Alright, next up, we have Terry. I think Terry's the second best Shoto. His combo game is crazy good. His shield pressure in general is amazing. He's got, honestly, a pretty decent recovery. Like, you would think Terry is really easy to edge guard, but he honestly is deceptively difficult to. Like, having an up B where your entire half of your body that is facing, that, you know, is going up, is like, you know, is facing up, is just like, you know, disjointed. It's invincible. Like, that's pretty good. Terry's just a super solid character. Plus, he has the comeback factors in his go moves. Friggin', what's it called? Power Geyser and Buster Wolf. Like, that's all insane. The main problem with him, he does struggle to get back off stage, or he does struggle to get back to stage sometimes. And any character that has any serviceable projectiles, I think, really puts him in his place. But even then, like, he's got a lot of really, really good, really strong finishers and burst options. And ledge trapping is also very, very good. It's a great character. And finishing off the Shotos, we have, where the hell is he? Ryu. Ryu is probably, honestly, the lamest of the Shotos, but being lame kind of makes you good in this game. So, Ryu has, I think, a lot less viable kill confirms than both Terry and Ken. And what I mean by that is I can't talk, excuse me. Ryu is mainly looking for your down tilt, strong down tilt into the true Tatsu, your Tatsumaki whatever thing. And the only difference is that that's a really good kill confirm, and that works on basically everyone. Like that. His Tatsu kills hella early, and not to mention he has a stronger Shoryuken. Like, Ryu is insanely good. He has a better projectile in his Fireball. He's a fantastic character. Now, I will say, a lot of people still debate who's better, Ken or Ryu. I have seen people put Ken right here and Ryu down here. I have seen people put them right at the, like, right next to each other. I have seen people put Ken like right here or whatever. This is where I personally see them as. Again, my opinion can definitely be flawed, but I think having more solid, better neutral and better kill confirms in exchange for in sacrificing your combo game is a better trade-off for Ryu, and thus why I think Ryu is a bit better. Okay, who else do we have? We got everyone's favorite character and who got buffed this patch. We got Ness. Ness is insane. Not only is he insane, he can very easily play lame. Ness is an amazing character. Side Magnet boosts his movement through the freaking roof. He has crazy movement, and that alone makes him very hard to catch, like deceptively hard to catch. He's got insane aerials. I'm pretty sure he can aerial. He can do aerial and then double jump into another aerial, like with any of those moves. That's insane. He's got kill options out the wazoo. Friggin' PK Fire is amazing. Like, just having a multi-hit projectile that just combos into whatever you want is amazing. Ness's movement when optimized is too frustrating to play against. Yeah, no, Ness's movement is amazing. Like, Ness is so good. Again, his only flaw, I think, is that he can be a little exploitable when trying to recover with the PK Thunder. If you can at all avoid that situation and just recover with your amazing air dodge, then you should do that. The other thing is that, again, he doesn't have a disjoint. Like, I'm not going to count Bat because that's stupid. Doesn't have a serviceable disjoint in the neutral, and thus can make him a little stubby. Again, in some matchups. What happened to my music? Continue playing. So that can be a problem, but overall it almost doesn't even matter. The character is just, he does so much damage, he has amazing combo potential. Character moves. Next up, we have Ike. Now I'm probably putting Ike a little high, I'm not gonna lie, because Ike has definitely been very solved in this game. But being, I guess, knowing, you know what Ike's gonna do. He's going to play a lot of neutral air, he's gonna do a lot of landing forward air, he's gonna kill you with back air. He is now gonna kill you with up B and dash attack. I mean, Ganondorf, I'm sorry to hear that, man. But with that being said, you can know exactly what Ike is going to do, but it's still difficult to stop. Right? Like, you can know that Ike is going to land on your shield with neutral air. But if he spaces it, what are you going to do about that? Like, there's a lot of things that you can see the Ike is going to do, but a lot of the times you gotta jump through some hoops and some barrels to really stop it and counterplay him. And that alone makes him very good. Are they ordered? Yes, they are. So, Ike, extremely good neutral. His mix-up game is fantastic. Really, his only problem is that he is very exploitable off stage. But if you can maintain your neutral, which, again, like I said, is very good, it's insane. It's insane what this character can do. Okay, next up, we have Diddy. This is, again, a very uneducated opinion. From what I've seen, and from my very limited experience playing this character, you guys know that I struggle against Diddy Kong. Like, that's just what happens. But Diddy seems like a really good character. He's small, which, albeit, is very good. He has amazing movement. He's got kill confirms, especially with the banana. And he has really good combo potential. His only problem, to me, is that he does struggle to kill a little bit. Well, like, I shouldn't say that. He struggles to kill early, to me. Like, barring some kind of really bad, like, banana into down air off stage, like, Diddy Kongs are generally going to be killing upwards of, like, 140, 150% consistently. And that can, like, while it is consistent, and you will get your kills then, having your kill percents being that late, or coming that late, can be a little problematic. And especially when we get to characters in the top tier who are consistently killing, very early. So, yeah, that's it. Next up, we got Sheik. A lot of people say this character is stupid bad on Wi-Fi. But we're not talking about Wi-Fi, we're talking about offline tier list. So, Sheik, I'm not gonna lie. Sheik has like a top 3 neutral in the entire game. Her neutral is so good. Frame data alone puts this character here, and then everything else about her just makes her this good and better. She has probably the best, like some of the best frame data in the entire game. She's got kill confirms. A lot of people say that she can't kill. She can kill pretty consistently. You get hit in the wrong spot, you are dead. I do think at high and even mid-level, like, Sheik belongs down here because a lot of people, you know, people aren't good enough to really utilize Sheik. But top player, like Void, uses Sheik. Sheik is here. Like, there's no doubt in my mind about it. Does Sheik have the best neutral in the game? I'm not going to go on the record to say that, but I think Sheik has a very strong neutral. She moves so well. She has needles to force approaches, and the reason why you have to approach to stop her from charging needles is because the needles confirm into stuff. But yeah, the only problem with Sheik is that she struggles to trade. She cannot trade with people. If any character trades with her, Sheik is going to lose that trade, or Sheik's going to lose that interaction. And you just trade, you know, 3, 4, 5 times in a single stock, and suddenly Sheik can kind of find herself behind. And unfortunately for her, with such low damage output, it's something that she kind of needs to deal with. You know, it's not something that she can really get around. But with that being said, assuming you play well, and you win neutral, you're really good. Like, Sheik is so good. Okay, next up we're putting Sonic. Again, if we're talking about online tier list, Sonic's here. But we're not talking about online tier list. Sonic is one of the only characters who tries to win through timing you out. That alone can tilt a lot of players, and being able to tilt a player, honestly, in itself is a very strong quality of a character. Because if you can make your opponent deal or make emotional decisions rather than calculated ones, that's extremely good. No, so the tilt factor with Sonic is good enough, but also he's just a really good character. He is fast, he has such amazing shield pressure, and he's just all around great. Having the fact that, like, your spin dash or your down B or whatever is invincible off startup means that camping with him or camping him out isn't necessarily that viable of an option. His one problem is that, again, his damage output is pretty low, and if you do get a percent lead or even a stock lead on him, and you play the matchup correctly, you should theoretically win the game, because you can just time him out. If he gets the percent lead, though, if Sonic ever gets the lead, then he wins, and that is very good. But again, that requires the Sonic player to play so perfectly, to a point where I think it is almost like unreasonable to assume someone can play that perfectly. Next up, we got Cloud. Again, we're talking about online. Cloud's here, but Cloud is just a really good character. He's got amazing disjoints. His 2 aerials in neutral, which are forward air and back air, both combo and they kill. Like, character's really good. He's got one of the best options in the out of shield options in the entire game. In up B. And he even has like a comeback-ish factor with limit. And that's really good. His main problem, honestly, is that he is very exploitable off stage, but I mean, if you have a neutral as good as his, like, he's not looking to play flashy. He's just looking to win the neutral interactions, and that's about it. Okay, next up, we got some more projectile / online top tiers. We got the Samuses. Samus has amazing projectiles. Charge Shot is potentially the best projectile in the entire game. Charge Shot is just so freaking good, dude. Like, it's disgusting. And then you combine that with your bombs for amazing ledge trapping. Combine that with your missiles. It's just Samus alone. It's so good. Charge Shot alone makes Samus a good character because Charge Shot basically allows Samus to dictate the pace of the entire match, and that's amazing. Being able to basically forcing a player to play at your speed and tempo is so good, and the Samuses have the ability to do that. Their one issue, honestly, they don't really have a major flaw. I would say the only flaw that I could think is their boxing tools aren't great. They do have a jab that comes out in frame 3, but it doesn't combo into itself. It doesn't combo into the second hit. Landing with Samus can honestly be pretty scary, especially, like, I know they have bomb, but that's, like, they have the down B bloop thing. But other than that, like, that's it. They got a pretty scary disadvantage. So that can be pretty scary, but yeah, no, very good character. This is where, honestly, we start getting into, like, the range of characters that potentially can and should be top tier. Next up is Inkling. Inkling has kind of fallen from grace, and when I say fallen from grace, you're probably thinking high tier is still really good placing for Inkling, but people used to think Inkling was top tier, and I think that hype train has kind of died down, and to the point where I think Inkling is around here. Inkling is still extremely good. Back air pressure is extremely safe. You can do 2 neutral airs out of a short hop. Roller is crazy. You got kill confirms from an up throw into up air. Like, Inkling to me has, I kind of joke about it, but Inkling, in my opinion, is like the most melee kind of character in this game. You got an amazing dash dance. You have up throw, Fox up throw into up air. You have Jigglypuff back air, basically. And you have Marthritis, because you struggle to kill. Like, that's honestly Inkling's main flaw, is that you kind of, like, if you get past that up throw to up air kill percentage, which albeit is very small for a lot of characters, person's going to be living, or your opponent's going to be living for a long time. And that can potentially be very burdensome for the Inkling player. You know, very good character. Next up is Greninja. He has probably the most linear playstyle in the entire game. He's either going to land with Nair. Greninjas do one of 3 things. They either dash attack you, dash attack or down tilt you on your shield or whatever. They will either grab you to punish your shield, or they back up and then approach with a landing forward air or neutral air. But all of that stuff is incredibly safe and is so powerful. The only problem with Greninja is, like, that is literally it. Like, the character doesn't have any like further in-depth kind of play. You have like some kind of you have shenanigans with, what's it called, the water shuriken. And that's about it. Like, he has such a linear playstyle, but that playstyle is so powerful to the point where it like carries him to be this high. But yeah, I'm starting to lose my voice. Hopefully I can make it till the end. Next up is Link. Link. Why is Link's neutral air better than half the cast? Link's neutral air is so stupid. It is amazing. And I will say, Link's neutral air is mainly good because Link's fast fall speed is so good. But with that being said, those two qualities about Link, you have a good fast fall speed and Nair, so crazy. It's so hard to counterplay that, and some characters literally cannot counterplay Link's Nair. Like, it's so dumb. And you know what the crazy part is? That move just fast fall Nair is so good in and of itself, but that's not it. You also have Boomerang you have to deal with. You also have the arrows you got to deal with. You also have the remote bomb you have to deal with. You know, Link has just so many options available to him, and I think it's insane how much potential this character has. You even have like those freaking infinites. I know those things aren't, or like those bomb Nair loops or whatever they're called. Like Link is just he's insane. I will say his weaknesses are that he's pretty exploitable off stage. He doesn't have an amazing recovery, especially if you don't have a bomb in your hand. If you don't have a bomb in your hand, then Link just dies off stage. But yeah, he's so freaking good, dude. Okay. Is this where we make more people mad? I think this is where we make more people mad. Fox is going to be here. I originally thought Fox was top tier. And the more I thought about it, I honestly couldn't even like tell you definitively why I think Fox is this low. But he plays like your typical rushdown character. He plays like any character that just wants to get up in your face and then just spam buttons. Like, Fox has amazing frame data. He has amazing just pressure on your shield. And his whole gameplay is of the rushdown. And what a rushdown character wants to do is they want to force their opponent to make a mistake. And Fox is very good at that. His one problem is his couple problems. One, he can struggle to kill sometimes. And that can be very, very burdensome, especially at the top level. The shield against Fox, that's not the answer, because when you shield, he just blips around your shield. And the other thing is he does get comboed to hell and back. He is not only light, he is also a fast faller. And the fastest faller in the entire game. And that makes him combo food for literally any character. You give any character an opportunity to get a free hit on Fox, and Fox is going to eat a hell of damage. And not to mention, he has, albeit a very long recovery, like he can make it back from most places off stage, but it is very exploitable. And most characters, especially the characters that are meta relevant, are going to exploit that and are going to just punish him for being off stage. So that's unfortunate. But other than that, he's a very good character. I think he is insane. And Light has only like just further pushed this character's meta. Dude's insane. Next up, we got Young Link. Young Link is not okay. Arrows combo into everything. The boomerang combos into everything. His up B combos into up air and back air. The character has combos for days. He has damage output for days. The character can combo at basically like any percent. It's insane what this character is capable of doing. His only problem is that he kind of struggles to kill. But there are just going to be times when you can potentially kill somebody at 50 because you caught them in a really bad spot. Yeah. Remember when they buffed Young Link when he was already high tier? Yeah, I agree. Like, I didn't think Young Link needed those buffs, but damn, man. Wait, this is not a new patch, but the one from a few months ago, right? Yes. The reason why I didn't make this tier list yet was because I was still figuring out how Steve was or where I wanted to put Steve, and also how the changes and the buffs and the nerfs mattered to each character. Yeah, Young Link is crazy good. He's insane. Next up, we got Mario. Mario is good at everything, but he's really, really good at everything. You know, he has a very good combo game, very fast, good air mobility. Like, he's got it all. He can combo break out of neutral air. And he's got the LeBron James spike with forward air. That's always fun. But really his only problem is that he is stubby. That's basically it. That's it. How is he not top tier? I am classifying top tiers as basically the characters that I think are the best in the game, and I do think Mario is slightly under that. Like, I would not put Mario and Joker per se into the same category. Like, but that's just how I think of it. Mario's aerials just kind of beat options. Yeah, no, for sure. He's got just insane priority on a lot of his stuff. It's amazing. Next up, we got Chrom, and I'm going to spoil this right now. Chrom is placed lower than Roy, and Roy I actually put in top tier. Reason why there is this big of a character difference is because Chrom is so exploitable off stage to a point where it matters. Like, if at any point Chrom needs to use his up B to get back to stage, he is losing his stock. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And whereas Roy doesn't really have that problem, and I know they have different kind of playstyles, but I think they play similarly enough where Roy just barely sneaks out as a better character than Chrom. But anyways, let's talk about Chrom, since I don't want to compare the two. Chrom has amazing damage output, really good frame data, one of the only jabs that combos. Has kill confirms out the wazoo, plays like your typical rushdown swordsman. His only problem is that, like I said, at any point he needs to use his up B off stage, he's dead. And that sucks. Okay, now we get down to our last two characters in high tier. We got Mega Man, and where is he? Olimar. Mega Man is not okay. He zones, and he can rush you down, and you can't trap him in a shield because he's got out of shield options everywhere. You know, like, Mega Man is... like, he is like a jack of all trades in the sense that he has a combo game, he can zone you out, and he's got kill confirms. Like, he's so good. What's up, Cheeto? How you doing today, man? Oh yeah. Even after his nerf, I'm pretty sure they nerfed him slightly in one of the like very early patches of Smash Ultimate. But he is crazy. Like, I can't even say like what specifically. I mean, lemons in general are amazing. He's got the saw blade, the buzzsaw, that is crazy. He's got leaf shield, which is basically you just get out of free just damage. You know, Mega Man is just amazing. Olimar, also a very good character. He's got Pikmin. They do insane damage when they get on you and start tickling you. Up smash, all of his smash attacks are disjoints. All of his aerials are disjoints. You know, having that many disjoints and that many disjoints that are powerful, I think, is just so powerful. Plus he's small. He's just got so much potential with this character. His only problem, I would say, is that he is a little light, and that can make some areas, some aspects of, or some situations in this game very, very difficult for him. But got amazing neutral. He deals damage without even like interacting with you, and that's what matters, right? Like, that's so good. I hope we'll get Pikmin 4 someday. I actually haven't played a Pikmin game yet. I haven't played a lot of these games. Like, I haven't played a Metroid game. I haven't played Splatoon. I haven't finished a Zelda game yet, guys. Like, there's a lot of games I need to play. I haven't played Final Fantasy. I played a hell of a ton of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Yeah. Alright, moving on to top tier. Let me see where I put everybody. Okay, we're actually going to start doing this by 2 because my rules. We got Game & Watch and Pac-Man. Pac-Man first. Pac-Man has a top 3 neutral special in the entire game. Bonus Fruit is insane. It is probably the second best neutral special in the entire game, and nothing is going to change my mind about that. Having a fruit that does radically different things for you is amazing. That is so powerful. Plus you have like those kind of things, right? You got hydrant and you got the fruit, so you already have a really good zoning tools. So you're thinking, well, I should just get in on him, right? I should close the distance like any zoner, and he should struggle. No, he doesn't, because he fights you like a top tier. As soon as you get in on him and close the distance, he starts mashing and he starts fighting you like a top tier. It's insane what this character is capable of. He's got really fast aerials, arguably the best forward air in the entire game. It comes out fast, it has very low end lag. He can do whatever he wants after the forward air. Man is so good. And may I mention, it is my firm opinion that Pac-Man has the best recovery in the entire game. Not only does his recovery go insanely far, but also he can stall for so long. He has his 2 jumps, he's got his side B, he's got 3 jumps on his trampoline, and he's got the freaking hydrant to stall. Like, he has so many options off stage to the point, and you know what the crazy thing is about it? You can't contest any of them. You can't contest the side B because he has super armor on that. You can't contest the up B because he's just gonna, if you spike him, he's just gonna bounce right back onto his trampoline. And he has a wall jump. You know, like Pac-Man is just so good off stage. He has such a good recovery to a point where it's just like, well, if he's gonna just do things off stage, it's like you gotta kind of just deal with it. Yeah, he's so good. And at this point, I almost want to say I want to omit kind of, I guess, notable weaknesses, because at this point, top tiers, they don't really have a ton of weaknesses. I could say that he is a little stubby and that he does lose to swords, but that's just like nitpicking at this point. Like, he's crazy good. Next up, we got Pac-Man. Or what am I saying? Not Pac-Man. Game & Watch. I'm going crazy today, guys. Game & Watch cannot be trapped in the shield. He has an amazing combo game. His neutral air is absurdly large. And he has an invincible up B, so he can never get trapped in the shield. His only problem is really that he kind of struggles against swords. Again, similar to Pac-Man where he struggles against disjoints. Game & Watch kind of struggles against swords, but everything else, he dominates. Like, not only is he fast, like I said, one of the best disadvantage states in the entire game. Game & Watch shouldn't be allowed to exist as he does. Yeah, like, there are some matchups where, like, I'll be playing just Elite Smash, I'll just be playing some random characters, not Mewtwo, and I run into a Game & Watch, and I think, what the hell does my character do against Game & Watch? Like, I was playing Hero last night, and I ran into a Game & Watch. I was like, what do I do? I can't charge my projectiles because he has Bucket, and if I touch his shield, he's just gonna up B me. He's so good. Not to mention he has spammable down smash and up smash. Character is insane. Next up, we got Rob. Another wacky character. But Rob has an amazing neutral, amazing advantage state. He is very similar, but this is going to sound very similar to like some of these mid tiers. Like Ridley and Mewtwo even, who's high tier. Like, friggin' who else? Even like Banjo. Advantage state and neutral are very strong with Rob. His problem is that his disadvantage is really bad. Now, why? Like, he has basically the same positives and negatives as the characters in lower tiers. So why is he so high? Why is he top tier? Because his neutral and advantage state are absolutely insane. Like, it's amazing. Maurice James, thank you so much for subscribing, my man. You know, like, Gyro alone is a top 10 projectile. You got freaking neutral B, his thing that, like, his laser. Juan Paul, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome aboard. And he has, again, those zoner tools to keep people out, and then people finally get in. Oh my goodness, another subscriber. Sylvain Alien? Hope I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for subscribing. So, like, he keeps you out with his projectiles. Oh my goodness. Is that a fourth? Joey Nakiri, thank you so much. Good lord. This is awesome, guys. I was actually talking to my friends. I was saying, with how I'm going, I potentially can get to 10,000 at... Oh, wow. Is that 5? Jeez. Thank you so much, guys. Really do appreciate the support. But, I gotta get back on my topic with Rob. Will Bills, thank you so much. Good. I was gonna say I'm gonna get to 10k by 2021. I might get to 10k by the night. Putting one in the chat for my appreciation. Good lord. Okay. Let me get back on my thing. Anyways, Rob, what was I saying? Yeah, really good projectiles. He keeps you out. But when you finally get in, he can box. He has potentially the best boxing tool in the entire game in down tilt. His down tilt is not okay. He's just like, ah, and he just hits you. It combos into itself, it combos into the rest of his kit. He's an amazing character. Now I will say, being this big and tall and lanky is a problem, especially at the top level, because that means he is going to get comboed a lot, and he will get put in his horrible disadvantage state, and which is why he is on the lower end of the top tiers, because he does struggle a little bit against the rest of the top tiers, but against everybody else, he is extremely, extremely good. And the characters that he struggles against, they're not undoable. He has no undoable matchup, or unwinnable matchup, you know. And so all the matchups that Rob struggles against, they're all like, put him in a position where it's tough, but it's absolutely winnable. Am I streaming on Twitch? This is YouTube, my man. Yeah, okay, we are finally done with Rob. We had a barrage of just subscriptions. Okay. Next up, we got Lucina. Hold on, let me actually count really quick where my top 10 starts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So Lucina and Roy, I'm putting right here. This is 12th and 11th in the game, in my opinion. Lucina basically doesn't really have a weakness. She is just extremely good at everything. And like, there's not much that a lot of characters can do about it. You know, she's got very safe shield pressure. She has a really good combo game. Edge guards extremely well. Like, a lot of people underestimate how insane and safe is the main thing Lucina is. You know, like, she has crazy damage output. She's got basically everything. And really, the only time that Lucina players are going to struggle is if the player themselves makes a mistake. And played at top level, players are not going to be making a ton of mistakes, but the mistakes are going to happen. And they will happen enough, in my opinion, that keeps her out of top 10. Like, she is honest, but not honest, if that makes any sense. Roy's better than Lucina? Yes, in my opinion, he is. He is your typical rushdown character, but he kills hella early. Like, Roy, again, is not okay. He not only rushes you down to the point where most characters that are going to keep you out, actually all characters that are trying to keep characters out, are just not going to be able to deal with that. So he immediately gets in for free. He is so fast. And then he just forces you to make a mistake. He just presses your shield in such a way where you have to make the right decision out of shield every single time, or you're gonna eat 50 damage for free. Like, Roy it's crazy what this character is capable of. You think Roy loses more matchups than Lucina? Yeah, that's completely understandable. Honestly, like, at this point, this is where I kind of stop ranking like characters by order. Like, I'm still going to order them to the best of my abilities, but like, you can absolutely make the argument that like Lucina is better than Roy, or Lucina is top 5. I've heard people say Lucina's top 3, you know, so Like, all these characters, the point is, like, they're all really good characters. Whether you want to rank them in, like, specific order is up to you. I personally think Roy is better than Lucina, but that's just me. And now we enter the top 10. I will probably make, you know what, I will make another tier for top 5, because top 5 I think is the place that people really, really want to see. Alright, moving on to top 10. We got PT. Pokemon Trainer. Depending on the Pokemon that he has out, is really good. He's got Squirtle that combos you for days, gets you to 40% or 50% very, very easily. Am I going to post it on Twitter? No, because no one likes tier lists on Twitter. Literally, I have never seen anybody compliment a tier list on Twitter. It's always just roasting the person that made it. So I'm never gonna put this on Twitter. Anyways, yeah, Squirtle combos you for days, gets you to 50% easy. That's so good. And then once you're at there, you just go to Ivysaur, and then you start outzoning people. You have amazing hitboxes, disjointed hitboxes also, mind you. And you can cheese people with a down air spike. You got kill confirms now from the up throw into up air. Damshaw, hello. PT can counterpick mid-match, yeah, basically, you know? Like, he has... The fact that you have 3 characters into 1 is amazing. And then finally, you have Charizard, which is, in my opinion, the best Pokemon, who just kills you at any percent. Like, it's amazing. Yeah, Fruit Orange, thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome aboard. And I think a lot of people also kind of underestimate the accessibility of Pokemon Trainer. Like, a lot of people think you gotta be, you know, you gotta be like 200 IQ to play Pokemon Trainer, when that's really not the case. It's very, if you take the time to really learn, it's very, very simple to play him. So, not only is play at the top level relatively simple, but it's easy. Like, it's not easy. I shouldn't say easy, because that makes it sound like I'm downplaying what Pokemon Trainers are capable of, but it's very intuitive and very accessible for everybody. So, and it makes Pokemon Trainer just such a simplistic character to really pick up. He's just so good. Next up, we got Snake, the bad man himself. Snake is maybe one of the best zoners I've ever seen. Grenades require his opponents to play a radically different playstyle, or to adopt a radically different playstyle, and that alone just is amazing. The fact that it comes out on frame 1, and yeah, the fact that it comes out on frame 1, it explodes, it sends upwards. It's just such a good projectile, and it is so good. Almost hitting 10k. Thank you so much, Judo. Yeah, C4, the fact you just plant it on the platform, literally that side of the stage is off limits. Like, he controls the stage so well, and again, forces people to approach, because he can spawn 2 grenades at once and just throw them at you. So unless you like camping him out, which you're probably going to lose that exchange, by the way, you are forced to approach Snake. And then once you get in, similar to Rob and Pac-Man, he boxes very well. His dash attack is insane. Down air out of shield deals 20%. Oh my god. It's amazing. Next up, we got Mars' high tier character. We got ZSS. I don't really understand why Mars thinks ZSS is high tier. This character's not okay. Has arguably the best disadvantage state in the entire game. Hold on, I'm gonna close the store real quick. I'll be back. What? And yeah, has no disadvantage state. You got combos for a pretty good amount of the stock. And yeah, this character, for how tall and lanky she is really hard to hit. Like, you would think, like, a character like Pikachu, who obviously is going to be ranked very highly on this tier list, is, like, it makes sense why Pikachu is hard to hit, right? Because he's small. ZSS isn't small, she is very tall. Like, she is as tall as Mewtwo, yet she is as tall as Marth and Lucina, yet she is still hard to hit, which is insane. She has a crawl, which a lot of people, I don't think, appreciate as much. Her crouch is one of the best in the game. Really, her only weakness is that her damage output is not good. Like, you do a basic combo in this game, like a 3-4 hit combo in this game, is going to do anywhere from like 30, 40 to 50%. You know, 50% at the max. Mewtwo basic combo is like down tilt, neutral air into either a dash attack, grab, or forward air. That will deal 34, 35, 36, 37%. For ZSS, a 3-hit combo is going to deal 20. Is going to deal like 27, you know? Like, that's not good. And especially at the top level, when you have characters like Wolf, who again deals damage at, like, you know, 40% in intervals. You know, she definitely starts losing out on some exchanges, and that's unfortunate. But other than that, like, she has one of the best neutrals in the entire game, and she has one of the best disadvantage states in the entire game. So as long as you maintain those two, and you keep winning your neutral interactions, you're gonna be set. Alrighty. Next up, we got the bad Spacey himself. We got Wolf. Wolf is mix-up in a bag. Mix up the character. He's got a lot of confirms, but he also just mixes you so hard. He's got so many crazy hitboxes to the point where you have to respect everything. And so when you respect everything, you can't really put a dent into his defenses. And he has a freaking and so what do? You decide, okay, I'm not gonna box with him because he's just gonna win that, right? So you decide to camp him. Well, first of all, he has a reflector. That's gonna reflect all your projectiles back at you. And he has a laser, a transcendent laser. That means you cannot deal with it unless you shield it or reflect it back at him, which then he'll reflect it back at you. You know, his back air has stupid low landing lag. And with all that said, he's not even a top 5 character in my opinion. Like, he has basically everything. His only problem is that he's a little exploitable off stage. So, but that's it. Where's Meat Sword Fighter? Oh, Meat Sword Fighter is down here. The tiers are starting to get pretty big, so the bottom and low tiers are down here. Yeah, I think Meat Sword Fighter is bad. Yeah, Wolf just is crazy. So, I think that's about all I wanted to say with him. Let's go to Palutena. Used to be neutral air the character. Not really anymore. I think her neutral air is considerably weaker, but still very, very good. You got forward air, which is has a crazy big hitbox. Like, that thing is amazing. Back air basically beats any other hit that it collides with. You got dash attack, again, has that shield hitbox on it. Palutena is just a very strong character. A lot of people say that, so placement on Palutena is honestly a little wonky in my opinion. I feel like half the community says she's like top 3, and then the other half is like saying she's like maybe 5th or 7th best. You know, like, so Palutena's placement specifically is a little hard to like pin down. I know Leo ended up putting her in top 3. And then a lot of people say that she's overrated, and people complain too much about her. It's a little weird where a lot of people will rank her, but I think she's around here. This is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6th best, so just outside of top 5 in my opinion. Okay, so we are out of I guess not out of top tier because we're still in top tier. We are down to the top 5. We got the disgusting man Wario himself. Wario wins by camping. He is rewarded for camping. He's rewarded for not interacting. And that alone is really powerful. Waft kills any character at 20%, basically. you land one neutral air or one up air or one up tilt into Waft. All three moves that are really good in neutral, by the way, and he takes your stock. You basically, playing against Wario is basically playing the game with 2.5 stocks. Maybe 2 stocks. God forbid he gets 2 Wafts in a row. And just he is so good. Not to mention he is so mobile. He's got disjoints on his hands. The friggin' F tilt can 2-frame at the ledge. Kill confirm from down tilt into dash attack. Like, the man has it all. He is so good. A lot of people say that his hitboxes are relatively unimpressive, and that's true. But it doesn't matter when you are that mobile and you can kill that early. Like, he is an inherent comeback factor, and that alone makes him this good. There are people, honestly, who have made the argument that Wario is the best character in the game, and I honestly don't disagree with that. Like, you can definitely make the argument for that. He is so crazy. Wario airspeed shouldn't be that fast. Yeah, I agree. Like, why is he? He's so wonky. Alright. Next up, we got Shulk. Shulk cheats. Shield Monado is stupid. He has the best neutral special in the entire game. Having Monado, especially as a wheel, is crazy. When you have speed, you're fast. You become a fast combo character. When you have jump, you can recover. When you have Buster, everybody is a combo character. And when you have Smash, everybody kills. He has that move alone just plays so well into the rest of his kit, to the point where he can't not be top 5, you know? Not to mention he has some of the best hitboxes in the entire game. All of his moves are disjointed, with the exception of like his jab. And like, it's so crazy. Again, as soon as he gets comboed, you literally just switch to Shield Monado and your combo's broken. Like, there are very few characters who can really deal with that Shield Monado. Yes, it has a cooldown once you use it, but like, at that point, all of your other Monado powers are going to be available to you. He's so good. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to Peach and Daisy. So these guys, they count as third best. I'm just putting them there for just formalities. Peach's combo game, Paisley's combo game is crazy. Anybody at the top level who plays Peach or Daisy, 0 to 80 immediately. Float is one of the best movement options in the entire game. Just being able to be on the ground and use all of your aerials just at will is so good. It makes shield pressure insane for this character. Top it all off with a side B that could potentially break shield. So good. Really, her only problem, I would say, honestly, is like her recovery can be a little exploitable, especially if you don't have your float with you. But that's about it. You know, there's not very many weaknesses with this character. The only weakness really comes down, honestly, to the player, and whether the player has the mechanical integrity to pull off these combos and kills. And the other thing that is a little interesting, and a lot of people have brought this up, is that Peach does tend to struggle against a lot of these lower tier characters. And I know Samsora always says that, or Samsora has complained, you know, saying like, oh, you know, Peach Ganondorf is even, or Peach Donkey Kong is even, or whatever. And a lot of that is in jest. He's obviously joking, but part of it is kind of stemming from some truth, because Peach does really well against a majority of the top tiers, but at the same time struggles in a way that where a lot of the mid-tier matchups start becoming like questionable. And so it is they're so weird in that sense, because it is very unlike a top tier to do so well against the other top tiers, but then struggle against some of the mid tiers. And by struggle, I don't mean like straight up lose, but like 55-45s. Like they're not walks in the park by any means. And for Daisy and Peach, that's extremely weird. You know, it's very, very it's something that I really haven't wrapped my head around, and is something that I still don't understand, but it's there. But strictly from the fact that Peach and Daisy do so well against the majority of the top tiers is what puts them this high. They're third best. Second best and number one, we got Joker and Pikachu. No, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have a definite answer for who I think the best character is. I can see any one of these characters within the top 5 be considered the best. Like, this is where I'm not informed enough, and I just don't really have that much of an opinion where I seriously care about it. But last up is Joker and or Pikachu. If I had like a gun to my head and I had to order them, like pick a best character in the game, I'm probably gonna say Pikachu, and then Joker is second best. But let's start with Joker. Like, again, I would not be angry if someone said that Peach is the best character, nor would I be angry if someone said that Joker is the best, nor would I be angry if someone says Shulk or Wario is the best. You know, I think all these characters have a fair argument for being the top character in this game. But anyway, let's go with Joker. Joker is potentially the hardest character to hit in the entire game. He is so small, and he shifts his hurt box in such a way where he low profiles so many things. And he is just so mobile and agile. And it's insane how freely he is able to move around the stage, because not only is he pretty small and he shifts his hurt box well, he's also fast, both on the ground and in the air. And that makes him overall just a good character. But then you factor in Arsene, the fact that you basically get rewarded for taking a lot of damage is insane. That is so good, because even if you start winning, right? This like Smash Bros. 1-on-1. You hit your opponent to put damage on them. If you put damage on your opponent, then you are technically winning, right? That's not the case for Joker. He starts winning when you deal damage to him. Like that is crazy, and potentially bad game design, honestly, if we want to be real here. But yeah, he just like Arsene alone so his movement and Arsene alone puts him in top tier, right? But then you look at his frame data, and you look at his move kit, and how safe Nair is, and how safe back air is, and how landing forward air can kill confirm into up smash or the MK Leo special. And it shouldn't be really a surprise why Joker is ranked this high. I do think a lot of people say that Leo is carried by Joker, and I think those people are clowns. But Joker definitely, without a doubt, is one of the best characters in the game. And then finally, we got everyone's favorite rat. We got Pikachu. Pikachu's combo potential is really, really good. Got Thunder Jolt, which is an amazing projectile. Again, very hard to hit. Is virtually unedge guardable with quick attack. You basically have to guess. And you got kill confirms. Like, no matter how you slice it, Pikachu is just so good. And it's just not only so you think to yourself, well, if he's that small, he's got to be super light. And you're right, he is really light, so he should be easy to kill. But that's not the case because he's so small. You know, he is small enough to the point where catching him itself is just becomes a chore. And that, and like, if you can't catch him, then you're just not gonna win, you know? Like, and it's not like, unlike Pichu, who basically has to play a rushdown game because Pichu will get camped out because Pichu does damage to herself. Pikachu has the ability, doesn't deal damage to himself, so he has the ability to not only rush in on you, but also camp with the Thunder Jolts. Because he has good enough air mobility, and ground mobility for that matter, to really just annoy the hell out of people. And it's crazy what this character can do. Like I said, if I had to pick a character at this very moment to be the best character in the game, I would say Pikachu. Though it's honestly a tie for me between Pikachu, Joker, Peach, and Shulk and Wario. So that's gonna be my tier list. Let's see, did I forget anything? These are all echoes, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we got bottom tier. We got our bottom 10, which is Ganon, Doc, or Ganon, Mac, Doc, Sword Fighter, DDD, Incineroar, Kirby, Isabelle, Lucario, Marth, and our top 10, which is these 5 plus Palu, Wolf, ZSS, Snake, Pokemon Trainer. Yeah, that's gonna be it. I am actually going to turn on my light because reasons. Alright. So, we are done with our tier list. I think I am good to now move on to Twitter just so I can start talking about the new announcement. Oh gosh. Alright, let me go to Twitter. Oh gosh. Get off my notifications. Okay. So, where are we going? We are going to Nintendo America. Alright. So this is the thing that everyone's talking about. The Game Awards. We got a new fighter coming out today at, what is it? Yeah, 4 p.m. Pacific time, so it should be around, I think, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, this is gonna be pretty cool. What the heck is this? That's pretty funny. So there's a lot of speculation around this. I'm honestly not entirely sure what to expect. And you know, it's interesting, right? Because there's been a lot of talk, especially like as of late on Twitter, that Jonesy is going to be the new from Fortnite is going to be the new character that's announced. I'm not entirely sure what's like what really, like I said, I don't really know what to expect. But I will say, I do want to say a couple things because this has caused a lot of drama. So first thing, who do I want for Smash? I'm honestly fine with any character. I've already gotten my dream character with Steve from Minecraft. And so I am perfectly fine with any other character that gets announced. If I had to choose like a top 5 characters that I would honestly like to see Jonesy from Fortnite, and I'll give reasoning for each. Jonesy from Fortnite. Fortnite, whether you guys like it or not, is one of the most influential games that this planet has ever seen. It is one of the most influential games, not only in gaming, but in just pop media culture. You know, how many dances have, and just like, I guess, sounds and battle royales, like kind of like style games have you seen? And they all been inspired because of Fortnite. It's like, it's crazy how influential Fortnite has become just in our world. And I think, especially since it is a video game, having a Fortnite representative in Smash would be awesome. That's like maybe my number 1 pick. I'm not entirely sure. We got number 2. Well, I'll say Kratos probably from God of War. I just really like Kratos. I think he's a really cool character. We got Nightmare. I would love to see Nightmare from Soul Calibur in Smash. He would be really, really cool in my opinion. Now that I think about it, Soul Calibur 2 was probably the first fighting game that I've ever played, and the first character that I ever picked was Nightmare. So that was really cool. And we'll see you later, dude. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Then our last 3 are honestly just dream picks. I would love to see Crash. I would love to see Spyro. And I guess some kind of Tekken character. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, something like that. But I did want to say something because I feel like I kind of need to as a content creator. But there has been a lot of talk, especially on Twitter, basically saying that either the Smash community should boycott this DLC or should kind of just spam Save Melee and Free Melee kind of stuff, or Save Smash or whatever, on just like for the Game Awards. And unfortunately, this announcement really hasn't, I guess, the announcement hasn't, like, I guess, hit people the same way. A lot of people have either decided that they are just not going to watch the Game Awards, or they're just or they just want people to boycott it entirely. And dare I say, there have been a lot of people saying that they're shaming like others for being excited for this, which I think is ridiculous. And so I kind of wanted to maybe give a little bit of insight of like what to expect. So a lot of people have asked me, if I am excited for this kind of for this announcement, this reveal, and I am. I am a Nintendo fan, and I probably will be a Nintendo fan. And I know those are kind of fighting words right now. And you're probably wondering why I should, I guess, how can I really back that up when Nintendo has done all these horrible things? And that's true. Nintendo has been extremely immature about this whole situation. They have, I'm not gonna like talk about their legal right to do anything, because they absolutely have the legal right. It's their company, it's their games, it's their music. They can do basically whatever they want. Unfortunately, and it's just like, as a fan, it's a little, I guess, disappointing to kind of see something like that happen. But there was a couple things I wanted to say just regarding it, because I don't think a boycott of Nintendo is necessary, nor do I think it's going to do anything. Main reason is, unless the boycott seriously affects Nintendo's like a back pocket and starts affecting their sales, it's not going to happen. And there are way too many of us that are just going to refuse the boycott. So that, I think, a boycott is a little extreme and just out of the realm of possibility. But what we can do, and what I do recommend that we do, is still be hyped for this kind of for this announcement. I don't think anybody is in the wrong to, I guess, I don't think people are necessarily in the wrong for being excited for this announcement, but also being, I guess, also being upset with Nintendo. Like, to me, those are very mutually exclusive. You can be upset with Nintendo and also be excited for this announcement, because at the end of the day, we're still Smash players. We still love this game, and we still, at least I personally am still going to support this game. Whether that extends to Nintendo and how they are treating the competitive scene, and is a little bit of a different story. I do think the Smash community has been very immature at some points, and dare I say toxic. But at the end of the day, it is Nintendo. They can do, it is their property. They can do what they want. Whether that makes it right, like morally correct, I guess, is a question for another day. But that's kind of just what I wanted to say. Hopefully, maybe I'm just rambling at this point, but hopefully I can, I guess, give a little bit, like, I guess, food for thought. If you do feel bad about watching the announcement because you're upset with Nintendo, please don't. You have every right to be excited for your Smash character, or a new Smash character that is coming out. And it's the same. You have the same right as someone who is upset with Nintendo and doesn't want to watch the Direct or watch the Game Awards. So that's all I have for now. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed my interesting tier list. And yeah, I will probably be back sometime either tomorrow or Saturday with a new Mewtwo gameplay video. I am already busy at work with my next Combos and Neutral Guide character that I'm going to be working on. And yeah, it just feels good to be back. 2020 is almost coming to a close, and we honestly need it. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all later. Peace out.